So we got football now. Monday Night Football. Pretty boring game. A little bit of rain in there. Pittsburgh, after I thought they'd finally turned the corner last week against the Giants, maybe we found out the Giants are slumping and the Pittsburgh isn't as good as we thought. Although Ben did go down in the third quarter tonight with a shoulder injury, which could be a problem for Steelers, you know? Leftwich, I don't know if that guy's got too many wins in his old body.
No, Leftwich has always been battling injuries, and it's going to be tough for him. They better hope Ben didn't separate his shoulder.
I do have to say he's probably one of the slowest brothers I've ever seen playing quarterback.
Leftwich?
Yeah, I mean,
He always has been, never been fleet of foot.
No.
But it was a pretty boring game. It didn't really bring too much excitement.
The Chiefs had a lead
Did they?
for the first time all season.
Yeah, but they don't know how to win,
They're bad.
even in the rain.
They actually played well tonight. They're still fighting. You can tell they're still trying hard, but I feel bad for that team. They need to get better. They need some athletes.
Jamal Charles put up 100 yards. It's their only bright spot. 23 carries, 100 yards. One touch.
The Steelers did not look that good tonight. They need Troy Polamalu back bad.
They need Ben healthy.
They're getting
Leftwich isn't taking them anywhere.
Ryan Clark looked like he got a concussion tonight.
Lots of injuries.
Yeah, they got banged up. Oh, injuries. Speaking of injuries, it was not a good week to be a quarterback in the NFL.
No.
Nope.
Vic.
Concussion. Alex Smith, concussion. Cutler, concussion.
How'd you feel about that Cutler hit?
Cutler was the most vicious. I mean,
That was vicious.
His was a legit hit to the head, knock you out of the ball game. I mean, Vic was, I couldn't. He hit his head a couple times. Didn't look like it was that bad.
I think Vic's is more from the year of getting.
I think Vic's might
destroyed.
I think Vic's might have been more of the team pulled. Let's go in the locker room and say you've got a concussion because we want the kid to come in full because you're killing us.
Foles is not gonna be much better. I'll tell you that.
You can't be much worse than Michael Vick's been this year, especially in the red zone. We talked about it last week. You can't turn the ball over consistently in the red zone and win games in the NFL.
That's very true. But with the Eagles' offensive line, Foles is a sitting duck right there. He doesn't move well. I mean, they better figure out. Reed better put in some West Coast offense, short slants, and run the ball with Shady McCoy, because that's their only hope. What do you think of Kaepernick?
Colin?
Yeah.
He had
the 49ers.
He had a decent. He
moves well.
I've never been the biggest Alex Smith guy. Everybody knows that. I think he's very overrated. Although Harbaugh has him being a game manager, that's all. That's the thing about the 49ers. I said earlier this year was that they'll probably win a lot of games when they get there, but every game they play, most of the games they play are going to be close. It's run the ball, play defense, and hopefully a team doesn't break a couple long ones on you or something, because then all of a sudden you can be kicking their butt physically, but they're scoring.
Jim Harbaugh has Alex Smith playing as well as Alex Smith can play. So I mean, extended injury, if he's out for extended period of time, it might be tough for Colin Kaepernick to lead the troops. But he did look good. He looked pretty well. He looked pretty good.
To me, it's not that hard to follow Alex Smith, though. You know what I'm saying? You should be all right. Play defense, run the ball, keep the game close, and try to win it. Although a tie, they did tie St. Louis this weekend. St. Louis blew it. They had many chances to win that game and just blew it. The referees lost out in a minute of that game on a bad. That's pretty bad.
I thought we had real referees now.
I know, right?
What happened?
I don't know. They're human, I guess.
True. Very true.
We got the last team in the NFL that was undefeated went down this weekend.
Somebody's popping champagne.
By the way, someone told you to take the over in that game last week, and if you listen to me, you got a little knot in your pocket.
Yeah.
Tony Gonzalez, still the man at tight end.
Hometown hero.
11 catches for 120 and 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
First tight end in the history of the NFL to go over 100 career touchdown catches. I believe he's now 6th all-time in scoring in the NFL. That's not bad for a guy who doesn't play running back or wide receiver,
Best tight end of all time. At least best catching tight end of all time.
It's not even to argue. If you argue the fact that he's not the best tight end, I will just go off on you all day.
With his consistency throughout his whole career, I mean, There's no question.
Everyone mentions Gates, Gronkowski, all these other, there's always been somebody. There's Graham now.
Yeah, but they've never done it throughout the period of
time. Do
time.
it for a decade straight
Yeah.
and then talk to me.
He's supposed to retire, right?
Yeah. And the thing about Tony Gonzalez
Top of his game?
Yeah, 99% sure he was going to retire this year. 95% sure he's going to retire for this season. He's arguably the best tight end in the NFL and one of the most
right now.
Yeah.
It was a good matchup between him and Jimmy Graham. That was fun to watch.
They both had 2 touchdowns. I mean, you can ask for much more. They both had 100 yards receiving, I think, and 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good. But Atlanta, hey, it's what I said before. They look like a flawed team to me. They don't have a running. The New Orleans Saints have the worst run defense in the NFL, 32nd ranked, and they rushed for, I think, 60-something yards on them. Michael Turner, like I said, is not getting it done anymore. He's old. They need to find someone else. I'm sorry. Jacquizz Rodgers, I like him.
I'm
but
going
still.
on record right now to say that we're going to have a new Super Bowl champion this year. It's going to either be Houston or Atlanta. I don't think it's going to be the Giants. I don't think it's going to be the Patriots.
What about the Packers?
The Packers?
They're going to be. They got Greg Jennings coming back off surgery in a couple weeks. Jordy Nelson's been banged up, but he's been balling out of his mind. They need a running back still. Hopefully they can find someone.
They always find somebody, but like mid-season.
It's easy to find
Ryan Grant.
It's easy to find someone to run the ball when you got Aaron Rodgers playing quarterback and spreading the ball around the field.
Yes.
But I would see the New York Giants not looking like a Super Bowl champion right now.
No. Eli looked frazzled.
I mean, it's kind of becoming something to me personally that I've noticed a trend with Coughlin. They've been starting out good in most years. Then they go through a real tough lull in the middle of the season where you think they're just a horrible football team. They've lost it. Then Coughlin gets them all fired back up by the end of the year, and they start running and gunning and just rolling at the right time of the year,
Yeah.
Because it's hard. It's a long season, man. It's hard to have your team playing at top the whole 16-game season, 17 games, and then go in the playoffs and win another 4 or 5 games, whatever it is,
Eli Manning, 29 for 46 for 215 yards and 2 picks, no touchdowns.
Victor Cruz dropped an easy touchdown. They did not look good.
They didn't look good. Andy Dalton played a real good game, 21 for 30, 4 touchdowns, 199 yards.
Giants defense is looking average right now. Their pass rush hasn't been what it should be lately. Their DBs are getting smoked. Linebackers are pretty average, I think. Not the Giants team that we've seen at the end of the year the last couple of years,
Yeah, but they always struggle in November. But come playoff time, they're going to be there.
St. Louis, San Francisco. We're talking about that. Tie ball games. That's horrible. I mean, like I said, San Francisco looks great one week, and the next week they look very average. Minnesota kicked their butt. Now St. Louis was kicking their butt for most of that game,
Mm-hmm.
Danny Amendola playing ball. He's back.
He's a threat.
He's a tough kid.
He is
I
a
like
tough
him.
kid. Right in the slot.
Yep. Let's see. Baltimore putting 55 on Oakland and running a fake field goal with a couple minutes left in the game. That's just insult to injury right there.
Oakland should be embarrassed right now.
I mean, I think most Oakland fans are embarrassed.
3-6. Just another year. Average, subpar year. Not going to make the playoffs.
Run DMC's hurt again.
Yeah.
I mean, the receivers are pretty fast. Carson's putting up some decent numbers, but it's usually because they're behind,
Yeah, he throws a lot of balls. 29 for 45, 368 yards. But for what?
Yeah.
When their defense gives up 55 points to Baltimore, I mean, Baltimore is not known as a high-powered offense.
Not especially after losing some of the guys they lost. Well, on defense,
Yeah.
you would think they'd fall off a little bit, but I guess Oakland's just that bad right now. Indianapolis Colts against the
Thursday
Jacksonville.
night.
What do you think about that?
I think Andrew Luck is the rookie of the year. Might be the MVP right now if he continues. 6-3, making a playoff charge right now.
That team won 2 games last year.
You know the thing with Luck is that he'll make a mistake and you'll never see him make that mistake again. There's no one smarter as a rookie since probably Peyton Manning.
I think he's even smarter than Peyton Manning.
He
was
might
a rookie.
be.
He's a genius. That kid went to Stanford. I mean,
So humble too. There's a lot to like about Andrew Luck.
what's not to like about that guy, dude? I mean, he does everything right. He says the right things. He works hard, shuts up, and plays hard. You know what else? What else do you want from your quarterback?
Who'd you have, RG3 or Andrew Luck?
I mean, you got to go with Luck. You know,
Who'd you have before the draft?
You have to say Luck because RG3 played at Baylor. You know, it's not a system that's an NFL proven system. You didn't think he's been doing the stuff he's doing in the NFL right now.
I agree. They're both can't miss prospects.
I mean,
But I would feel real comfortable to have Andrew Luck with his size and his brain under center for the next 10 to 12 years. I'm a little worried about RG3's
RG3 was saying how he's like, you can knock me out. I'm going to keep
prone.
getting up and stuff. But I think he figured out that concussion
Yeah.
that, I think I need to get down a little quicker and
keep
not
saying
take,
that.
These linebackers run almost as fast as me, and they hit a lot harder. So I better get out of bounds and slide as much as possible and stay healthy for my team.
Yeah, I think we learned from Michael Vick that you can't run away from everybody.
Nope. Not unless you're Tim Tebow's size. You know, the run people.
Tim Tebow is terrible. That guy's the worst player. You know,
Is he worse than Mark Sanchez, though?
Yeah, he is. I mean, what's going on with the Jets? I mean,
28-7, they lose to the Seattle Seahawks on the road. Long trip across country. I thought the Jets, this would be the game. I honestly looked at betting them because they were plus 200, you know, getting 2-1 on your money. I honestly thought this is the game that maybe the Jets can come out and steal one on the West Coast, but...
You think Pete Carroll felt good about giving Mark Sanchez that good game after the game?
I think Pete Carroll's just happy his team's playing pretty good football right now. I mean,
Yeah. I'm sure it felt pretty good to beat Mark Sanchez after the way Sanchez left SC.
You think he's happy with Russell Wilson as a quarterback, as a rookie?
I think he is.
That's the...
That might be the coaching call of the year right there.
Right?
Who would have thought?
No one. I don't think anybody thought Russell Wilson was going to come in and start as a rookie and just ball.
Especially after signing Flynn.
Yeah, right?
From,
All them... You don't hear anything about that guy. I can't believe there
No.
hasn't already been trade talk to some of these teams that are getting injured quarterbacks, the Eagles or somebody, you know? So, Matt Flynn, man, talk about being in the right situation. That
He
guy
had one
had one
game.
great game for the Packers. Everybody jumped on him, and then they gave him, 16, 20 million, something like that?
Yep.
Nice job,
life,
NFL,
huh?
you know? Let's see.
That NFL money is not bad.
Ooh, we got Detroit and Minnesota. I thought, honestly, coming in, this would be a game that no Percy Harvin. I know AP went home during the middle of the week because he was feeling sick. It was like the spread went from like -3 for Minnesota to -3 for Detroit. I mean, 6-point swing is huge. And Minnesota came out without Percy Harvin and just ran over their face pretty much. 170 yards for AP.
What do you think about AP? He says he's not at 100% yet. He says he can still
looks
get
good.
stronger.
He looks good. I mean, right now it's Peyton Manning and AP are battling each other for the comeback player of the year.
Very good point. Who gets it?
I mean, Peyton Manning didn't play last year, so I mean, AP played for most of the year.
He tore
and
his
then-
knee and came back.
Hey,
Well,
Dr. James Andrews said that he was the most amazing human physical specimen that he's ever worked on.
AP?
Yeah. So I never doubted AP would come back. That's the one guy that I didn't doubt would be able to come back from injury. You know?
Yep.